Hi and welcome to At Home Workout number 7. I am going to demo everything before we get started and before we get warmed up because there's quite a lot to look at, quite a lot to learn. So yeah, let's get going. I'll get you demoed and then I will get you warmed up and we can get cracking. So what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to take you through every movement. So we are starting with a squat jump. Our squat jump we've done before, but it's always worth demoing proper form. We're starting with feet just beyond hip width apart in our normal squat stance, toes tilted slightly out. We're squatting down as low as you can and jumping up. And as we jump up, we are powering through our legs. We want a really nice explosive jump up, recruiting all of the big muscle fibres to get the power going, heart rate up, breathing rate up, and all that stuff. So that's our squat jump. I am bringing you back up and consulting with my list. Next we have a press up. Now you should know how to do these already, but I'm going to show you anyway, just in case. Now with our press up, we are looking at either going into a knee press up, full body press up, or a box press up. So coming around this way, box press up, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and you are basically dropping down and coming up. In this press up position, I'd like to see your hands out quite wide, so as you drop down, your elbows are about 90 degrees and you're not dropping down all the way to the floor. Same for our 3/4 press up, but with this your knees are on the floor, your hips are forward, and it's exactly the same drill. From the side, knees down, hips forward. So you should be a straight line from your shoulders down your back and to the backs of your knees. Again, same drill with the hand positioning and the shoulders. Full body on your toes, same hand position and coming down. Now there are loads and loads of different ways of doing press ups. Some of them are more complicated than others and harder to find the right form. So we're doing a variation that hits the shoulders more than the chest, but it is still an absolutely valid movement. Do the version that gives you the best technique. So form is really, really important. If you think you're ready to move up to the next level, but you're finding it hard to keep your form, raise your hands up off the floor. Use a sofa, use a step, anything that raises your hands up and allows you to keep good form through the next level. Bringing you back up. It's very hot. Excuse my very, very veiny arms. Next, we have a new movement, and this one is called a band lat pull down. Now, the easiest way to show you this to start with is standing upright. So with our lat pull down, we're going to start with our hands up in the air, arms up by your ears, and you're going to pull your arms down and round. So if you see, it's almost like I've got a plate of glass going down through the middle of my head, down through my shoulders and out the side. It's like I've been sliced in half this way. So as you bring your arms down, they are moving as if through that plate of glass. So staying out and coming down from the back. That's what you should be able to see. Now the band swimmer, because we're using resistance bands rather than something that's coming from up above our head, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our bands. I'm set up with a red and a blue band anchored at about shoulder level in the door. What we're going to do, I'm bringing the camera down lower, is we're going to hip hinge. So we get our body is parallel to the floor, back really nice and straight, arms up by our ears, and then we're doing the movement. So you're pulling back and round. And as you pull down, your elbows should be tucked nice and tightly into your body. So if I tilt round so you can see me. So hips hinged back, arms straight out by my ears, pulling round and down. And that is a resistance band lat pull down. So that's a cool one. Next one we're going to do, bringing you back up here again, is called a band swimmer. Now our band swimmer starts facing the door like the lat pull down, arms out in front of you, and then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a semicircle with our hands as we pull the bands down. So starting in a standing position with hands straight out in front, and then pulling down and back until the bands tap the front of your shoulders. So with the bands in place, starting with hands down towards the floor, standing up, arms out, pulling down and back. We're coming down and coming back up to standing and pulling back. Now this one takes a lot of getting used to because of the way the band pulls when you're trying to bring it back to its starting position. And when you do it, start standing and imagine drawing a semicircle straight on. This is the position starting here, pulling back and down, straight up until the bands tap the front of your shoulders, and that is our band swimmer. Oh, excuse me, reconsulting with the list. The other things we have is a lunge with overhead hand hold, and that's relatively simple. It's just lunging but with your hands overhead. Holding your hands overhead increases the challenge with the balance. If that's too tricky, can't do it, it's not a problem, just do a normal lunge. Next we have a plank. Now this one, everyone thinks they know how to do, and almost everyone gets it wrong. So I'm going to show you from the side, bringing you down. So our plank position, you're either doing it on your knees or on your toes, either is fine. You can be on your hands or you can come down on your forearms, whichever's most comfortable. But the most important thing with our plank is that we stay nice and straight. So on my toes, shouldn't be like this, shouldn't be like this, should be a pretty straight line from the back of your shoulders down to your ankles. And you should be very actively sucking your tummy in towards your spine and contracting every muscle. You basically should be squeezing everything. Knee is exactly the same. If you're holding it on your knees, then you want to make sure that you're keeping that nice straight back position, like so. Or you can come down on your elbows and forearms, like so. But it should be nice and straight, everything should be contracted. The best way of doing it is to try and tuck your pelvis under. And a good way of thinking about this is, sorry for the crude analogy, if you imagine a line across your bikini line and there's your tummy button, you're trying to shorten the distance between this line here and this line here, and what that does is it gets you to tuck your pelvis under. And if you do that in a plank position, what that's going to do is make your abdominal muscles work harder. It's going to keep you really sturdy, really secure. So if you're fairly comfortable with the plank, that's the next step, is to tilt the pelvis, tuck it under, so you get a much better ab contraction effectively. There we go. Coming back up, because everyone knows my memory is terrible and I'll never remember everything without checking the list. Okay, couple more things to show you. Sorry, this is far longer than I wanted it to be, but I want to introduce new exercises as well as making sure you know how to do them properly. The first you should remember how to do, we've done them before, and this is a lunge and band press. So with our resistance bands, standing with them in this position, lunging forward, and pushing the bands. And what I'm going to do is tilt this way so you can see me a bit better. So lunging forward, pushing the bands. And you want there to be some tension on the band before you get started. Next one I'm going to show you is called a compound row. And this is another one where we're using that hip hinge. So to show you, bum back pretty much parallel with the floor. And then we're standing, squeezing the glutes and pulling back into a row. Now this one can be done slowly, but we're going to use it as a finisher at the end, so it's going to be done very fast. So you want to keep everything nice and tight through the abs, and make sure when you come up you're really squeezing your glutes, getting a really nice active glute contraction. So that's that one. And next one we have a split squat and a row. So our split squat and row is effectively a reverse lunge, and when you come up you row, and you can either alternate or do one leg and then the other, depending on how you feel. As long as you get the right amount of reps on both sides, I don't really mind too much which you choose. Next one we're going to do, actually no, I'm going to sub that in, so I'm not showing you another one. We're going to use glute bridges. We're going to do a single leg version, which is lots of fun. And then finally, I'm going to show you a burpee. Now lots of people have done burpees before, but it's always worth revisiting good positioning. So with our burpee, starting with standing feet about hip width apart, bringing your hands down, jumping your feet back, jumping them back in, bringing them out wider than your hands, and then jumping up. From the side, standing, hands down by your feet, feet back into a nice plank position, jumping back in and up into a jump. Now there's absolutely no reason that you can't walk it out. So walk out each foot instead of springing back to that plank position and then walking each foot back in and standing rather than jumping. Push yourself to go as hard and fast as you can, but do it within your own capability levels. If you need to walk it in and out, that's absolutely fine. So that was a really long demo, for which I apologise. If you skip through that, completely understand why. Just make sure that you are doing things with good form. And if you start doing it and you find that you're not feeling comfortable with the movement, or it doesn't feel right, then please come back and revisit the demo. Because we want to give you a really good workout, but most importantly, we want you to be safe and not injure yourself, because that would be rubbish. As always, make sure you've got a drink and a towel to hand. You're going to be getting pretty warm. So, let's get you warmed up. Whilst we're warming up, I'm going to talk you through the format of today's session. So, what we're going to do, stretching out through the chest, is we're doing 3 exercises at a time. We're doing we're doing it in circuit form. So we're doing the first exercise, second exercise, third exercise, and then repeating. Now you don't get a rest between exercises, but once you've finished your 3, you get a little rest before you go in and do them again. And rotating forwards. Bring your knees up. Nice and fast. And some butt kicks. Rotating through the hips, making sure everything's nice and warm. And then what I'm going to do, rather than doing the weight plate movement prep that we've been doing a lot of, I'm going to get you to drop down into a squat, sitting down as low as you can. I like to call this a Milo squat because this is how most toddlers squat down when they're playing. And what I want you to do is get as low as you can. Don't worry if you can't get all the way to the floor, but as low down as you can, and then use your elbows to gently push out your knees. And what this is going to do is just help prepare your hip joints for the work to come. And release. And then I want you to rock forwards and back. Going as far back onto your heels as you can. You can hold on to something if you need to. And what this is doing is just making sure that your ankle joints are ready to go as well. Then pushing out again. Release, hands on the floor, pushing back so you're stretching out through your legs, and then coming up. And you are officially ready to go 15 minutes into the video, which is bonkers. Lots of exercises to show you. So, excuse me. I am going to take you through your first exercises. We have squat jumps, of which we're doing 10. If you can't hit 10, go for 8, but 10's the goal. Then we're doing press-ups. Then we're doing our band lat pull-downs, of which we are doing 15. So that's 10 squats, 10 press-ups, 15 lat pull-downs. Sorry, squat jumps, not squats. Got a bit overexcited there. So, coming down, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Straight into our press-ups. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then up into our band lat pull downs. 15. Oh, sorry. Hips hinged back, back parallel to the floor, pulling out and round until your upper arms touch your sides. Too easy, step back or add another band. Too hard, step forward or adjust the bands down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, that's the end of our first round. Grab a drink very quickly and get ready to go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat jumps. On the side, keeping my back nice and straight. Down for press-ups. Don't know why I'm pulling that, I don't need it. Then coming up for band lat pull downs. Hips hinged, back nice and flat, pulling down and round. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, a little rest. Grab a drink. Getting ready for last round of this one. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Band lat pull downs. Hinging down and pulling down and round. Should be struggling a bit. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and rest. Whew. So, if you're not feeling hot and sweaty by now, please let me know, because you are clearly much fitter than me. So, quick drink, quick rest, moving into our second circuit. Okay, whew. It's a hot one. So next we have our overhead lunges. We have a plank that we are just holding for as long as possible. And then we have our band swimmers. So we are going in another couple of seconds. Starting with our overhead lunges. I'm going to reverse mine. If you want to go forward, that's fine. Got 10 lunges on each leg. Plank for as long as possible. Then we've got 15 band swimmers. And go. I'm alternating, but you can do them all on one leg. As long as you're doing 10 on each leg, I don't mind. Keeping your arms nice and straight up. "17, 18, 19, 20. Coming down for our plank. Tucking the pelvis under, pulling the belly button into the spine and contracting everything. I'm going to go for about 30 seconds, but go for as long as you can. Tucking everything in, squeezing everything nice and tight. If you're like me, you're shaking now. Right, I'm going to rest and bring it up for the next exercise, which is band swimmers. Grabbing the band, starting with your arms out, bring them down so they tap your shoulders for 15. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Little rest, grab a drink, have a mop down if you need to, then we'll go again. Oh, feeling very hot, rather sweaty. Right, this time I'm going to do my lunges from the side so you can see my positioning. We are ready to go now. And I'm going to do 10 on each leg. Nine, 10. Swapping over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Coming down for our plank. Pelvis tucked under, everything nice and tight. Sucking my tummy button towards my spine. Squeezing my glutes, my thighs. Holding in everything. Heard someone say shoulder to heel, body of steel. That's how you should feel. Like everything is rock hard. I'm going to come down now. Oh, have a quick dab down. Straight up for band swimmers. And I'm going to leave the camera down so you can see the pattern my arms are making. 15, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Quick drink, quick mop down, and then we're going again. As you can tell, should be quite challenging, should be feeling a bit hot and sticky, or if you're like me, a bit drippy. So, ready to go again. Overhead lunges, I'm reversing, you don't have to, 10 on each leg, go. I'm doing same leg, then same leg. Oh, misstep that. 7, 8, 9, 10, swapping legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Down for plank, straight away, no rest. And hold for as long as you can, tilting the pelvis under, nice and straight. Contracting everything, holding for as long as you can. Really sucking everything in. And I'm coming down, and then I'm coming up, ready for these band swimmers. $15. Ooh. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and rest. Grab a drink, wipe yourself down. Whew, I'm going to take you through the last 3 rounds, 3 exercises in the round. So, next we have a lunge with band press. Then we're coming down for our single-legged glute bridges. So that's a glute bridge, but just lifting one leg up. And then, oh, let me check, because I've forgotten already. Then we're doing our split squat and row. So, we are getting ready to go. Lunge and band presses. I like to set up with the band underneath my arms. Lunging forward and go. Doing 10 on each side. Really punching forward. Controlling the back. That's my 10. And now I'm finishing. So I'm alternating. Oh, done a couple of extras there. So now down for our single leg glute bridge. Just enough rest to get into position. So feet nice and close to your bum, hip width apart, bringing one leg up and bridging. Squeezing your glute at the top. 10 on each side. Two more. And swapping. Squeezing that glute as hard as you can at the top. I'm tilting my foot and digging in with my heel because that recruits more of the glute muscle fibres. And then what we're doing is we're doing a split squat with a row. So our split squat is the same as our lunge, but without the dynamic movement. So starting in a nice wide position, down and pulling into a row. You want to start with more resistance on the band than I've got, because you want to be able to really get into that row movement. Because of the position of the camera, I'm having to have things a little bit looser. Going for 15 on each side. Really pulling your elbows back, stroking the sides of your body with your arms, squeezing the shoulder blades at the back, and go. really big squeeze of the shoulder blades. Quick rest, and then we go again. As I said, this should be feeling tough. Heart rate should be up, breathing rate should be up, should be feeling hot. If you're not on the band exercises, consider moving the bands further or moving yourself further away from your anchor point. Adding an extra level of resistance can help as well, because you want it to challenge you. You want to be hitting about 7 or 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, so it should feel tough. Okay, going back in, I'm going to show you my leg and foot position while I do these presses, 10 on each leg. I'm going to do the same leg for 10 and swap this time. Really punching forward with those bands. And then swapping legs once you hit your 10. Nearly there, 2 more. Grabbing that if you need it, straight down for our single leg glute bridges. Digging your heels into the floor if you want to make it more challenging and get the glutes firing on the side of your supporting leg. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and swapping. Squeezing the glute as much as you can at the top. And then back up for our split squat into row. Going to move my camera slightly so I can get a little bit more tension on the bands. Nice wide position. We're doing 15 on each side. Really big squeeze at the shoulder blades at the back. Keeping your arms nice and tight to your body. And swapping once you hit your 15. Nearly there. And rest. Drink. Mop yourself down. Now you'll be pleased to hear that this is our final round of this exercise. Oh, I need that. more set of these, then a little finisher, just to really push you over the edge. So, going again. And lunges with chest press. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, I'm doing them all on the same leg. Punching forward so it's nice and dynamic. Last one on this side. And swapping. Get a bit wobbly as you get tired. Start with a decent amount of tension on the bands. Again, because of the camera position, I have to start with a little bit more slack than I'd like. And then down for our final round of glute bridges. Single leg. If you can't do your single leg, just go for normal glute bridges. And aim for 20, as you don't need to do 10 on each side. I have to say I won't be sad that these are the last ones. I've never liked glute bridges, but they are good for the glutes. Squeeze as much as you can. I lost count, so I'm going to do one more just in case. And up. And we have our final round of split squats into rows. 15 on each side. And I'm going to speed these ones up because my heart rate's dropped a little bit more than I'd like. Last two. Swapping over. Nearly there. Two more. That is that final round. Done. Oh my goodness. Whew. So, feeling a bit hot and sweaty. Hope you are too. If you're not, I've got a little finisher that might just do the trick. So, what we're going to start with is 30 compound rows. Now these utilise the hip hinge and the bands, and we've got 30 of these, and then finally 10 burpees. If this doesn't finish you off, then you are a superhero. So just to refresh, compound rows, hips hinging back, back nice and flat, coming up into a row, controlling it nicely, but going fast. And we are going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, oh my God, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness. Quick mop down, very quick drink. 10 burpees. Oh my goodness. Oh, my arms are killing me. I'm hoping that I don't collapse in a big heap on the floor. So I'm going to do it diagonally, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Last bit of exertion before we get stretched off, and go. 1, 2, 3, walk it out if you need to. 4, 5, 6, 7, gonna speed up. 8, 9, 10. Whew. Phew. Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. Whew. Grab a drink. Mop off. You are done. Be keen to know what you think of this one. So, into recovery. Nice big breaths. Well done. That one is a toughie. Tilt up a bit, there we go. And we're ready. So bringing one arm across, stretching out through the shoulders. Holding each stretch between 10 and 15. Using this time to slow your breathing, because consciously slow your breathing is going to help bring your heart rate down. Stretching out between the shoulder blades. And hands coming behind you, shoulders being squeezed together, stretching out through the chest. I'm going to do, low battery warning, hopefully that won't have paused it. I'm going to do standing glutes, but you can do them lying down. So if you're standing, ankle crossed over your knee, holding on to something and sinking down as low as you can, and swapping over. Same again. Then into hamstrings. 1 foot out in front, bend the back knee, sitting back, putting all your weight through your back leg. Tilting the pelvis to elongate the stretch down the back of your thigh. Reaching down, and then toes up. Swapping over, same again. Really elongating the stretch, reaching down, and toes up. Finally, quads, knees together, pushing your hips forward. And same on the other side. And release. Well done. That was a toughie. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it as challenging as I did, and I'll see you next time.